So I'm now printing a whole plate full with some extra enhancements to just check the squareness again. So this is in the XY direction. It was not square, and I think this really is some kind of engineering or a budget problem, because at least you could make cross beams here at the back. So around here you have all the place to make their cross beams, so that could be helpful. I guess that will probably be enough, especially if they are adjustable. And then on the other side there should be, normally in each corner there should be squares built in, and maybe adjustable squares. So I expect it to be there, but as far as I understand now, we cannot modify it ourselves or repair it ourselves. So this printer is kind of broken, gone, or something like that. So that's really bad, because just somehow it costs a bit too much force on the frame when in transport. And you see the problem you see. I showed it before when it came here, and this seems to be minor, but if all your parts that you're printing are of that much, like 3 millimeters on that, and this cannot be somehow managed or compensated for, then that is quite useless for engineering parts. I mean, they can be right and useful for just dolls and things like that, maybe, but when you have to make something on size and on form, that's just kind of bad engineering thing. So I hope Flashforge comes with a good solution for this printer, and probably we have to get a new one. But it's a shame, of course, because the rest is just working fine, so far as I can tell now. Of course, there are some firmware things that need to be addressed and things like that, but if it would be able just to set the squares right in the corners with removing the trims, I could do this myself. So too bad. I hope to hear from Flashforge soon how to solve this, and after this print we will see if it comes out the same as I measured with the other ones. I had to use a real square already, and it's just a couple of degrees off. But that's too much on this length, of course. Second day is now finished of this test. First layer was already quite good, as you can maybe still see. This is the second layer, and you see it's perfectly nice looking, maybe here on the corner. For this print to catch the size, I already that have you seen the last square test, and I show you that the purge line was a problem, and I had some small artifacts at the end here too again, as you see when it's printing. Okay, that is small, but so that is primary settings, of course. But for the purge line problem, I had to change the machine G-code for this machine to not purge the first line, because it's just on the corner, of course, and this purge line will be affecting the print if you leave it there. So I removed that from the G-code, or at least I make a comment of it, so put a comma before it. So this is my second big square test print to see how much unsquare this printer is. I mean, it can be a bit of unsquare normally for a cheap printer, but this machine is normally over 1,000 euros. I bought it in pre-order, so it's a bit cheaper, but still a lot of money. It's not just a printer of 200 euros, what would be, I think, pretty much okay with this difference, but for expensive print like this, nah, that is not okay.